See, the thing is I would move on, but you've made it so much fun to roll your dice that now I can't. It's Bramble's turn. Bramble?
Yep.
It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna reload and take another shot.
Alright, let's do it.
Kill it.
Reloading. I love slow internet. There we go. Alright,
I think you're in it.
I think so.
Yes, go ahead.
On stunts. And it's 7 damage. No stunts. So 7 damage.
Okay, we're just gonna say you killed this one. Because, okay. So that's right. Okay, another headshot. You kill that one. So there's 2 more left.
Wood.
It is now Curiosity's turn.
Alright, so he's healing Winter and Gorm per the usual.
Because he's got infinite magic points.
Well, that doesn't even cost magic points. Oh, that actually... Wait, what's his plus to his... He said plus 5, right? Okay, that succeeds. What's that points? That's 2, so that's 12. So Winter, you get 12 health.
Okay.
And Gorm, you get 15. And then he spends 2 magic points to keep doing Oh, Bramble, did you regain your Orb of Life? Did you do Orb of Life?
Yeah, interesting enough, I had more than I needed. I'm at full health.
Cool. Anybody not at full health?
I just lost a few points and I'm...
Coolio. Alright, so that's Curiosity's turn. He's healing people like he's like holding you guys' shoulders like you would have. It's much better when he's not just healing himself and Eri as they basically like get stabbed to death for like 5 rounds.
It's true, but I highly doubt he's touching Winter. It's just she is still on fire.
No, that's only for hostile attacks. Clearly, it says only to make melee attacks against you.
It's still an open flame.
Magic knows who the friendly people are.
Does it?
Yeah, see, the healing touch is like a hand, like it's healing, so like it can't get damaged by the fire.
Sure, we can go that route today.
Because the rules that say it's only for melee attacks.
Attacks against me? Yeah.
Yeah.
It only says melee attacks.
Winter, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna use my Morning Star against the one right beside me.
Because that's working so well for you, but...
I want to kill it with my spear.
I mean, you probably still get the chance. She's been doing terribly with the damage.
She's gonna roll like lethal blow death.
With 2 stump points.
What was it?
17.
Okay.
How do you have a plus 10 bonus to this?
I have no idea.
You're just rolling with it then?
Yeah, I'm not sure I buy that. Someone look at her character sheet. I'm like, wow, you've rolled like above 15 every single time you've rolled this.
I am. You just need...
Not to like nerf you, but that also seems ridiculous. Something is broken.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I think it's rolling another 3d6.
Hold on, what did you do? What did you do?
Anything.
On the roll in the roll section, did you put 3d6 instead of a number that's supposed to be your bonus? You're supposed to put your fighting bonus in there, not what it rolls. It automatically.
Where?
So you see like in the attacks thing, it shows like it says roll. That's like the bonus to the roll, not what the roll actually is.
It's very confusing, admittedly.
She's just like cheating over here on a character sheet.
It all makes so much more sense now. Sorry, I shouldn't have pointed it out. You would have just been able to hit everything.
What's my bonus?
Does a morning star get a accuracy, or is it a straight?
Accuracy.
Is it a fighting?
Accuracy. So that would be 2. So I'm going to re-roll that.
You better reroll that. That is shenanigans right there.
I was wondering after she rolled above a 15, like every time. It seems dubious. Sorry, Suma.
The 9 hit.
Does a what hit?
9.
No, that does not hit.
If 9 hit, I would have hit 2 more
Did you regain your orb of life health?
I don't need to regain any.
Cool, we're all immortal because we all have full health. And the orb of life still exists. Good to know.
Garg, you're up.
Okay. Reload and fire.
Do you need health from the orb?
No, I'm at full. Hey, this time I might actually hit something. So, okay. 15.
Yep, that one.
Finally!
Yeah. Don't forget to add your +1 damage for being close to it.
Yep, I know.
Since you haven't hit something in a while. You gotta refresh the rules.
Okay. So,
Make sure they're in the memory bank.
so I got a 3 on my dice, so that's +6, that's 9, +1, 10 damage.
7. So. Okay. Use your bow, right?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, you take out your bow and just get up a quick shot, and you manage to
Is
kind of
it
like.
dead?
It's not, but it is like halfway pinned to the ground now by an arrow, so it's not doing so hot. But it's Harmony's turn now. Look,
There's
Harmony,
no way
you can kill it
There-
now.
There's no way I can move over by the one that's attacking Venda, is there?
Nope.
Alright, so yep, we're attacking this one that's half pinned to the ground, and I'm still gonna miss somehow. Oh my goodness. This is just a conspiracy. I object. Yeah, I missed again.
Okay, sorry. I forgot to tell you that I jinxed your dice so that they only work for me.
But if I roll again, I'll roll like a lot. Oh, yep, that would have hit. Let's see, let's roll again. That would have not hit. Nope. These dice ain't effective. But
They're not effective for me.
that wasn't it.
Okay, Vinda, you're up.
More stabby stab. No.
Ogaluth. Okay, now Harmony, watch this.
It's gonna try and attack Winter, and then it's gonna let out a fire and die.
Oh, that's true. I forgot she needed some thing too. Oh, yeah, actually, that's exactly what.
Nice.
But
I forgot it only had 2 health. So yeah, it goes to punch it like as it's pinned to the ground, and a last ditch effort, it like tries to claw at Winter, but instead it just gets burned, and it just sort of slowly sinks down into the ground. The other one I was gonna still be able to attack Vinda.
oh, also, I'd like to point out that area would probably like move within radius of the orb of life, and so you'd probably be at full health by now.
Yes, we can just say that. That's fine. 15 to hit you, Vinda.
Stop rolling my dice well.
Nope.
Yeah, what?
No. That's gonna be 6 points damage to you. And now it's Rebel's turn. There's one more left.
Randall's gonna reload and go for that single last shot, hopefully. And that last one.
How about we just make it a pin cushion?
And that will be... there. Ooh, with stun points, 14.
That one.
How many stun points did you get?
And is the, is that it? Oh, here. Let me tell you my damage first, because that makes a difference if I need stun points. And what I would do.
Oh, wait. Are you deciding what to do with your stun points after you roll the damage?
Well, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then you can tell me if I need to do it or not. I'm going to do lightning attack. I have 3.
You always have to.
With 9.
Okay, you always have to tell me. You always have to say what you're going to do with your stun points first before you roll damage.
Well, I'm going to use lightning attack, and if it's needed, it will be needed. If not, not.
Okay. So the damage was 9.
9.
You can't use lightning attack.
Oh, because I
you
have to reload to do that?
You have to take an action to reload, yeah.
Okay, then I'll use piercing armor. And to round out his armor. Might get out there.
Gotta love that reload action.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have that anymore. It's so annoying.
What did you do with your stun points?
Piercing armor and skirmish.
In skirmish, you moved it backward.
You should move it close. You should move it. You should move it here so I can stab it.
All right, we'll move it. Yeah, we'll move it closer.
Within melee range of the stabby people.
There's one left. Probably barely anything left anyway.
It's rolling all miss terribly with all of our attacks.
And I don't need the order of life for my feeling.
Okay. Good job. Curiosity's turn. Does he have like any attacks whatsoever?
I think he can punch with his gauntlet. I don't know what damage it rolls or what dice it used, so you have to pull up his character sheet. But he does have a melee attack that he can use without using a water whip.
I mean, you're controlling him, so whatever he wants.
But I will do that. But I don't know what bonuses he gets to that.
I'll look it up.
I shall roll for him. I'll roll with his dice. Maybe that'll work better. Oh, I'm cursed. There's no way that's gonna hit. We rolled 8 plus whatever. Goodness, I'm cursed. I'm cursed, people. But actually, technically, 8's only one below average. 9 is no 10. 3 is the bottom.
What is an accuracy weapon? Yeah, he just gets a +1 to that, so that misses.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. But he tried, guys. He'll maintain our yeah, he'll just keep. He has so many magic points. He's gonna maintain it till the end of the combat in case somebody takes more damage before we kill this thing.
Okay. Yeah, he just. I mean, like he basically sees that he's done hitting, and he just goes and just punches right over the head, and pulls his arm back and looks around, makes sure no one saw that, right? No one saw that, even though everyone saw that. Yeah, epic failure. Okay, Winter.
It's okay, it happens once in a while.
Okay. Well,
Morningstar without the absurdity.
yeah.
Please.
I can't do any barbecuing. But I still got 18, so.
With 5 stunt points, nice.
Yep. So I'm going to do a lethal blow, because that's the one you get extra stuff on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
Uh-huh. You're just gonna melt my Ogaloos, aren't you?
We're tenderizing it for the barbecue.
I felt bad for, barbecuing them all. Okay, so 13 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, it's What did you use?
My morning stars.
Okay. Yeah, you just take it and you just basically bop it on the head really hard, just and it just splat on the ground, and it's like kind of just the final bones are just crushed as it lays up against the pavement, just kind of twitching. Okay, that means combat is over. We can
Cool.
get there.
Is that all of them? Where'd they even come from?
I was about to ask the same question.
Okay, I would normally I'd have us take a break, but then we basically take a break and then go home. So we're just gonna play until midnight. Go home. You know what I meant. We are home.
Also, that's why I call our home the bed, so.
I feel like being a mother, it's the most important thing to me in my entire life.
I learned all of Winter's Dreams becoming an expert morning star warrior.
Why do we have to deal with this now? You know, I've got a baby girl and a preteen and a teenager. You know, we're busy. I don't have time for this. I was at a state to where I knew nothing about what was going on with me, and I had no idea what I was going to do. My relationship with my family took a big hit.
You guys are there, surrounded by dead Ogoluth, a giant dead eye.
Speaking with my doctor, I brought up.
It's kind of an eerie silence that follows as you all kind of just look around each other.
So everyone's okay?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Mostly, yeah.
I will live.
Well, then we should probably keep moving.
Eri, you alright?
He looks up to answer you, and then you notice him look over to the corner of the room, and you see kind of like almost like a fog kind of pull away. And when it does, you see a woman who in the corner, she seems to got some kind of orb in front of her, and she's sort of like half passed out, and she seems to be injured, and she's got bandages tied up, and she's holding on to it, but you can tell she's like kind of, her eyes are at least closed, and she's resting up against the wall. She doesn't seem to have taken notice with you, but you see Eri kind of ignores your guys' question, and he heads over towards her.
So isn't that right where the beholder was before? So so she was like invisible.
Bramwell's gonna check the bodies really quick.
Gorm is going to start cutting the eyeballs off the beholder.
I was gonna do that.
What?
Hey, I'm too grossed out now.
Yeah, what? What are you doing?
Yeah, Gorm just goes for it.
Also,
He has no money. He wants beholder eyes.
You guys don't know what this is, so calling it a beholder is really not accurate.
I have said this out of character. This is what I'm calling it out of character.
It is a creature.
Because it resembles a beholder very
It's a
much.
blob thingamajig with eyes.
Therefore, I have named it Beholder.
Sure.
And Bramwell would understand because his eyes have a
Yeah.
lot of
Also,
feeling.
you used it as the title of your session.
So as you guys kind of come close to her, you get within like 10 feet, and then there's something you kind of smack your face into some kind of invisible barrier, and you put your hand back on it, and something stops you from moving any closer.
Ow! What?
Yeah, I'm rolling an arcane lore check on this one.
Yeah, probably me too.
Because I have that, and curiosity doesn't for unknown reasons.
He didn't learn that in school.
Apparently not. Oh, now I roll really, really well. Oh, sure. Yeah, so that's gonna be a 15.
Yeah, no, it's no biggie. You can see in the small orb. I mean, Vinda, you're gonna learn just the same thing that Harmony has, but you see that the smallish orb, looking at it from this side, it seems to resemble the arcane tent that you have, but it seems to be like a more advanced form where it actually creates like a physical barrier that you can't get past. As far as like dispelling it or something, it seems like it needs to be deactivated from the inside.
But she is currently passed out.
Yeah, I'm looking
with raw power.
I'm looking at Ari. I'm like, so sound travels through this. Maybe I'm gonna let you wake her up.
You see him start like banging on the.
Can I teleport in?
Oh no, I don't want to see that. That sounds dangerous. I don't need to go splat like a bug on a windshield.
The camera pans away and there's a wet sound. It's like, no.
And Vinda was no more.
Teleporting accidents are bad.
The best part would be Kyrath coming back. What happened? How did we lose Vinda? We were winning. Yeah, so anyway, does anyone want to do anything as Ari starts pounding on it?
Well, that was kind of a genuine question.
You don't know.
Yep.
You don't know.
Well, you can always try and find out.
Do I see any reason why it wouldn't?
No.
Well, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't try to do.
Teleport for the win.
Can I roll engineering to see if I know any way to get around it? Or if I know anything about, like, how it's made? So that I know.
So, I rolled. It seems to be a success as far as that goes.
Okay, so you teleport?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. A small blue light kind of envelops you, and you disappear, and you reappear inside the dome.
Yay!
Woo! Now I'm gonna try and shut off the barrier.
Okay, it's easily done. You come up to it, and all you do is touch it, and the barrier sucks in. As soon as it goes down, Eri'theas comes up to her, and he gently tries to wake her up, and you see her stir. The moment she wakes up, she goes for her dagger, and she starts to get up to stab at him. But you see her, she locks eyes with Ari. What? I must be dreaming. What's going on? And she looks over and she looks at the rest of you, and she starts taking her dagger out again. Get back! It's a trick. Get back! I know who you are.
Who's making the monster come back to life? Please stop. It's scaring me.
Have you not seen Frankenstein?
Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, we're with Ari. We came to save you because your general's in a coma and your lieutenant's a moron. So,
Who's?
But the
You're with who? Should I know that? Who's Ari?
Oh,
Three of
oh, this is what happens when I didn't write things down last session.
Zeros.
Thank you.
You might know him as Xeris.
Zaros, is that you? She puts her dagger
Wait.
down, and as she does, you can see she winces as her wound begins to bleed again.
My friend here is a healer.
I'm a healer.
That would be helpful, yes.
Alrighty, so rolling healing.
And Bramble's gonna join in to try to help.
What happened to my dice? Oh, wait, no, I was on the wrong side of the map. We're good.
I have that touch.
So, for 14, she gets healed for 14 health.
And mine says I rolled a 17
For what?
for healing.
Okay.
So then that rolls number of stunt points plus something for just regular healing, right?
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So as Bramble, you kind of take a look at her bandages and try and, do some of the healing that your mother taught you. It's unfortunately quickly overshadowed as curiosity just literally touches her where the wound is, and the yellow energy pours through, and you see her wound closes up, and you can see a wash of relief come over her face as she's no longer in pain.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what happened? Why did you not complete the mission? And where did those things come from? I don't think they were supposed to be here. We fought them before. They were with Shadow Soul's forces earlier. So what's happening?
You have a lot of questions. Yes, you're right. They're not. These creatures weren't supposed to be here. This was supposed to be a final trial of combat. I'm supposed to fight myself, but instead I found this creature waiting for me. I managed to wound it and get myself into a corner, but not before it was able to hurt me pretty severely. I only managed to distract it long enough to use my arcane orb and create the barrier that hid me. Which, by the way, how did you find me? Should have hidden me from everyone.
Oh, we're not really sure, but after we killed everything, then it just sort of appeared, and we're not really sure why we could see it. I don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry. Stavros. Why are you here, and who are these people? And she kind of looks for explanation. Which Ari, I thought, was typing a message, but he didn't say anything, so I don't know how he's reacted.
As
So
you
we're
hear loud, wet, squelching sounds in the distance.
Why is the base of the monster blue now, and why is the obelisk purple?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock this stuff down, people.
Well, as far as what Aries doing with us, we met a while ago on the road. We've been protecting a caravan. We were passing through this town, and the bartender, I don't remember her name, was concerned that you hadn't shown up. And the general is in some sort of coma, so he wouldn't come in to see what was going on, and the lieutenant was apparently scared to do it, or there's some sort of stupid reason he couldn't do it. So we stole a pile of blood so we could come in here and see if you needed help. And if that somehow offends you, I apologize, but we saved your life, so if you're mad, then I think it was worth it.
No, why would I be mad at you saving my life? That's ridiculous.
I don't know, everybody around here seems to be very hung up on the rules, and we broke the rules, so...
Well, the rules have gotten my family all killed, so I'm not really impressed with them either.
Great.
You're here.
Oh, right, introduction. So I'm Harmony. My healing companion over there is Curiosity. The fairy is Vinda. And the one over there What are you, Gorm? What are you doing?
His arm is like in the hole.
Yeah, I look back and I
He's
was
like
like,
trying. It's like
Yeah,
trying to
that's
pull
Gorm.
the
He's really
lens
good
out of the big eye.
he tracks stuff. He's good at tracking stuff and shooting stuff, so he's very useful. But what are you? Never mind. And then the young one there is Winter. She's her relatives are from the caravan.
You're a gloamling.
He was like, last time I checked, yeah. Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but
Okay. No, sorry. I've only read about your people. Seen a couple of Avriel, but your people don't usually travel here. And you, Treekin, I believe that's what you're called.
That is correct, my lady.
Obviously you're a fairy, and I don't know what you are. She looks at you, Winter. You're difficult to pin. And she looks at Gorm. Also difficult to pin down. Okay.
He's like got both his hands in the eye now. He's having trouble getting.
Stop.
Barry said he would also explain that he goes for Eri'theas right now, and also formally introduce Winter and the Empress.
Yes, very well. It's a pleasure to meet you, Winter. Would someone help me stand up?
Yeah, I reach my hand forward. Unless, well, actually, no, what? Eri probably would do it. That makes more sense.
She stands up, and she looks at you, Winter. Light's guidance be with you.
Yeah. I kind of try to do the same bow she did. Say the same thing.
So if this was supposed to be you fighting yourself, but that didn't happen, can you not make it through the last door?
That's a good question. How about we find that out now? Although, if I can't, that would seem rather stupid, since I feel like I've proven myself pretty well thus far.
There are strengths in numbers.
She looks at you. I didn't have any numbers. I came here alone. I thought I was going to be left for dead. My hope was that I would be able to last long enough in that cocoon, for lack of a better word, in order to recover and then maybe take on that creature. I thought, though, that for sure this was going to be the end of the Sarsian line. Happy it's not. She walks over to the door, and you see a blue rune lit up above it, just like the other ones. She cautiously takes the handle and opens it, pushes the door, and you see it creak open to the next room. Well, okay, that's good to know. Sorry, you said you were here for a caravan, but you came and rescued an Empress instead, and your name is Eri'theas now? Why are... Does that have something to do with the reason why you left us? Left me?
And Eri'theas is quiet. He's just like...
And Bramble just looks at his toes at this point.
Gorm rolls around on the floor. Now his legs are stuck in the eye.
She does keep eyeballing him, and she's trying to be professional, but also that's super gross. What's going on over there? It's just the worst. So.
By the way, nice.
I'm like.
Oh.
Is he gonna be all right? He looks like he's gonna drown in his blood.
What is it going on?
I saw what Ari said. So she looks back at him and says, well, yes, you should be sorry, and we have much to talk about, but that's for later. I still have to finish my quest.
apparently.
So, are we making sure this
What's
next room
happening
isn't
to
booby
Gorm?
trap?
It's not. Well, actually, I don't know that for certain. But it shouldn't be any challenge at all. It's supposed to be the final.
Is Gorm okay?
Yes, your friend. Is he in need of aid?
Just a little stuck. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not helping him.
Don't worry, I'll find a way out.
She shakes her head and she walks over to you, Gorm. Like, you have put yourself in a disgusting mess. And she reaches her hand in and grabs your arm and pulls you out. You are kind of surprised at how strong she is, actually. She takes you out and she's now got blood covering her arm and she flicks it off. Do you often go diving into creatures?
I thought I made a mistake in how much weight the eye flesh could take. I sunk in. I should have just cut it out. Stupid move. I'm not used to such big game.
Well, I wouldn't do anything with this. Don't think it's quite game. I think it's a demon, as the Ogoluth are. So unless you're planning on getting a stomachache, I wouldn't eat anything from this.
No, but maybe those eyes. Special properties, maybe.
Yeah, special properties for evil rituals and potions that should not be made. I would leave it alone if I were you, but it's your choice.
Gorm shrugs.
She turns back to the rest of you. Well, you got this far. You're curious to see the end.
Are we allowed to see the end?
I don't see why not. She walks
Well
past.
then, Eri, should we go first to make sure there's not any more death traps? I'd hate to come all this way, rescue the Empress, and then have her get chopped in half by an axe or something.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. I just got into a little bit of trouble there. I don't need anyone to babysit me.
That's not what I was saying. I'm just saying you're more... Well, never mind. Yeah, he gestures. It's like, you know what, fine, you want to go ahead first? Like, fine, go for it. Like, I was trying to be nice.
Look, I'm sorry. I appreciate you being kind. You have to understand, my family's being killed off one by one. Everyone's been a little jumpy about my safety, and it gets frustrating.
Well, except for the lieutenant who just sits there petrified.
No, the lieutenant is a moron, and the only reason he still has a commission is because he's the general's nephew. I didn't want to bring him, but I trust the general, and he assured us that that was the best way for things. We will be having a renewed discussion on that when I return, if he's hopefully still alive. If you would like, you could. I would appreciate you going through it first.
He's like, steer out. He's just going. He's like, before she changes her mind and gets mad again, I'm just gonna do it so we can get this over with. Like, we got the caravan to go protect. It's like times like they're catching up to us. We're on the
just
clock.
got here.
Got stuff to do.
There's 3 more days.
Oh, the caravan's gonna get here in we're only 12 hours ahead of the caravan. And it's nighttime, so they're not moving, but then in the morning they're gonna start moving again. We gotta stay 12 hours ahead.
Got the caravan is staying here.
Check.
It's a 12.
So you walk into, and all the rooms have been fairly maintained, but this one is nearly immaculate. The floors have little to no dust on them. There are 4 columned pillars that reach to the top, and they perfectly frame a throne chair with stairs leading up to it. There are carvings on all of the walls, and each one of them seems to be an emperor. Has it like each column, each section of the wall has like a carving of an emperor, and then the name of that emperor above, and it's kind of in rows like that, and you see several of them until you get to about halfway through the wall, and then there's just blank stone. And you see a final pillar, which you can't read because you can't read things, but you do see that it has words on it of some kind, but you don't see anything that looks like a trap or dangerous or anything.
Great. And I'm just I look back and just wave in. It's fun and games in here, guys. It's like a party. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually say that.
She nods and she steps in after you. And she looks around, and you see her. She looks at the room before her, and then she looks at the carvings, and you see she stops her gaze at about the 3rd carving of an emperor, and she walks up to it and she stares at it for a minute, and then eventually she puts her hand on it and she closes her eyes. And after a minute, you see just a single tear goes down her eye, and she shakes her head and wipes it off. And she looks back at the throne. Well, nothing's for it. I don't exactly know what will happen, so be ready. She goes up to the throne. She hesitates for a moment, but then she sits and she stares up and closes her eyes. And for several moments, it seems like she's in some kind of trance. You see her gaze is peaceful for a minute, and then her eyes start to twitch, and her head, she becomes agitated, as though she's seeing flashes of different events going in front of her. And she sits sort of intensely like this for maybe 5 minutes. At some point, sweat starts pouring down her face, and she eventually knocks herself back out of it, and she stares off in the distance for a while.
So during this, Curiosity's watching her start to sweat. She's like, I think if this is supposed to show the future, I don't think the future is very good. She looks upset.
That is a safe assumption for Harvey to make. She lurches out of it. Well, I suppose that's to be expected. Wait. What do you call yourselves? You have a name, don't you?
We made a name to join a competition to hunt scorpions. What was it? It was right. And then they made a statue for us in the town of Zagata for some reason, because they like statues of people that saved their town once.
If what I saw is correct, you're going to do more than just save one tiny town. I'm going to need your help in the future. Well, this is a strange turn of events. Something's coming. Something far worse than war with Garia. I suspected it for a while. My family's deaths have been suspicious at best. And my trial, it's confirmed it for me. Something's hunting my family. Something is trying to take control of the Dominion. I can't let that happen.
Well, we might know someone who's involved. But maybe we should, maybe your military people should hear it too.
This is the safest place we'll be. And to be honest, I shall only tell you these things because I know in the future I will need your help, so I think you're trustworthy. Especially if Eri follows you. I don't trust everyone under my command. I think some of them work for another force. I think whatever killed my family, I believe it was from within. So, if you have anything to tell me, it's best to tell me now so I can decide who knows what.
Okay, so we made it to the town of Zagata. Anybody, feel free to chime in if I missed an important detail. This is how I remember it. We found the mayor killed. Actually, so we were investigating it. As far as we are aware, the person responsible for that is a succubus by the name of Laura. Well, at least that's what she was going by when she was in her elf-like form. But she kind of summoned an army to attack Zagata. She was looking for something. We found troglodytes looking for something connected to the old Shadow Soul necromancers, I believe is what they were. She was having these troglodytes dig around in Strile's Den, which is a cave system. And then she sent an army to go try and destroy all of Zagata. I don't know if it's just because we made her mad. We stopped her there, but before that we came... Well, not sure if it was her, but someone opened a rift into Shadow Soul's general area. So, some demons and some weird stuff we're getting through. We've got a similar rift back home where we're from. So if someone here is capable of opening those, that's not good. We're not sure if it was Laura, but we think it might be connected. We also know that she's trying to hunt me and Curiosity down for what we came here to do, which is to try and close the rifts back home.
These rifts, what do they do?
Well, they're portals, essentially, to the Shadow Realm. Well, sorry, out of character. I'm just trying to remember what that's actually referred to.
No, it's the Shadow Realm. You're correct.
Okay, yeah. So the Shadow Realm. Back home, the one, while it was in our old capital city, opened up ages ago. We put a protective barrier around to try and keep the demons contained, but that barrier has been weakening. And so we've been looking for a way to try and close the rift for good. We encountered, we found the dead body of a djinn who was trying to close the rift here. Managed to use. I pull out the sword that's like half the Don't Touch sword that's like half broken. This was able to close the rift, but it broke in the process.
I have heard of Jinn before, that they have strange abilities and even stranger implements. I've only seen one in my father's court before, and I wasn't allowed to know what they were meeting about.
Yeah. So I think, did I miss any important details?
Well, possibly that you're slightly, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm, maybe 1/4 djinn, I think, assuming the rest of my grandmother was a djinn, apparently, which I didn't know, but I do know. It's all confusing, but that's how I was able to use the sword.
You said this Laura, she was searching for something?
Yeah, she was... I'm looking back at my notes now. So, Yeah, there was we found a statue in the place that they were digging. There was like a 5-pointed star and a rose symbol. I think Curiosity wrote it down in his journal.
Rose.
Yeah. So something associated with that.
I know that they were a cult that made some trouble a few years ago.
Okay, hold on a sec. Gotta go back to my notes. I thought I had some other details about what we thought was going on. So we... No. Searching through notes is so much fun, guys. So when it was like a year ago. Oh, where was it? There was something. When we checked the records, there was something. What was it?
Is it something to do with the blood red rose, Harmony?
You said she was searching for something. Could it possibly be a key of some kind?
Maybe. All we know is the troglodytes referred to it as shiny. And that's about it.
In my vision, I saw you and your friends. You were searching for something. Something that would protect everyone. At the center was a key. It wasn't particular in any note. It just sort of seemed like the key itself was a symbol. I don't know if that helps you at all.
The key that was in the
Olaf's key?
did that, yeah.
Did it look like a key, or did it just look like a symbol?
It looked like a key, but it wasn't particular in any way. It didn't have any markings. It didn't have any special ordination. It was simply... It was simple.
Do I remember if that sounds like the key that Olaf had?
No, the key Olaf had was quite ornate. So, you're saying your group came here, you and your friend came here to fight back these rifts. In the meantime, you've been helping a caravan. How does that aid you in rift fighting?
I missed like the last half of that sentence.
How does helping a caravan help you stop these rifts?
He looks at Harmony like, can I tell her? And he's just like, yeah, fine. He's like, so, I'm a seeker. Well, with there's like prophecies and things. So I am, a seeker. So, we go out and we've been looking for the solution, but we didn't know what the solution was until, we saw we knew from the last seeker that, that he had figured out that the djinn had a way to close the rift. So we've been looking for djinn, but we didn't really know where to look. And then when we went to Zagata, there was a painting of the Crimson Force, I think, that had there was a djinn in there. And then we ran into the djinn at the other rift place, and then we found out that Harmony was part of the djinn. But we've basically just been going in the caravan to see if we could find what we were looking for. And the caravan's going in the same direction that we need to go in now, which is Autumn Dream, because the djinn that was dead had a message for Harmony that only he can see because he's part djinn, and they said to deliver a message to a djinn in Autumn Dream, so we're kind of going in that way, and the caravan's going that way too. So that's what's happening, yes. So that's how helping a caravan helps us. So we've made some friends and saved some people, and we're still headed towards our goal.
All right. This is a lot to process. So this Laura, she's a succubus, and she's been dogging you for how long? And why?
Well, we're not exactly sure when she found out about us, because she was kind of gone. We assumed she had like some spies or something, but we ran into some trouble with some bandits that apparently had orders to take me and Curiosity alive.
Bandits.
Yes, they were.
Rock
Anybody remember what
bandits.
they're called? Yes.
I've had dealings with them in the border wars. They tend to hunt down and take down small groups of Dominion soldiers, scouting parties and the like. Bit of an issue, but they've never been that big. They've never been a problem, but I believe one of my city-states was asking for aid. Oshadale, that's right. Oshadale. They were cut off from the supply, and they suspected that the Rockbite bandits were behind it, but they weren't close enough to investigate. They were asking for aid from me, and I tried to send soldiers, but I haven't heard back from them. It seems like perhaps that they're more involved in what's going on than I originally thought. Well, I appreciate you sharing all this information with me. I'm not really sure how it connects with what's going on.
Well, the Oath demons were what she sent to destroy Zagata, so I'm not sure if she's also running this plot against. So that's what the connection might be.
I see.
But it could just be that they're common demons, and so there might be a different part of a different force.
If I remember my studies, demons are all a part of the same sect of dragon, the same terror group. So it is likely that they are working together. And the fact that the Yogoluth have appeared twice, and this time with an infernal aberration on top of it, it's quite likely that there's something larger at play here. What that is, though, I don't know.
You're getting really quiet, Sari.
Sorry. At any rate, is there anything else we should, you think we should discuss? You mentioned Autumn Dream. Why you think that there's a djinn there?
Yeah. Harmony will pull out the stone. And of course, probably since I grabbed it again, I see the vision again. It's fun.
Yeah. She looks at what's wrong with him.
It's the vision thing when he's watching it. He just blinks out like that.
Well, that seems like a flaw in the design.
Yep, I'm not sure there's a way to stop that. Anyway, so this I found on the djinn that I had the sword. And the message basically says to let a djinn in Autumn Dream know what was happening. So I'm hoping that djinn has an answer for how to close roots on a more permanent basis, instead of having a sword that crumbles.
Why would there be a djinn there? That wasn't a... I'm usually informed about the Jinn movements within the Dominion. I'm surprised I should know this. Especially one so close to the capital. Perhaps I am being more deceived than I thought. Or maybe they're being careful for another reason. At any rate, it's clear that whatever your destinies are and mine, at some point they will converge. So, let's get to the point. You helped me. It's only fair that I help you. What can I do for you? Anything. I still have pull. This is still my dominion, and I'm still the Empress, so I can make decisions on my own. Tell me what you wish, and it is yours.
Wasn't there something about portals things that the god wanted? I'm looking at you, Harmony, as I'm saying this.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, and also I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm not sure that's the most pressing thing we should be asking for at this moment.
Yeah, Gorm is just gonna step up from the back and ask, help me find my brother.
Your brother. Tell me what happened to him.
I was following him on the road, keeping my distance. One night, I thought I heard something from up ahead, and when I got up there were people. They had knocked him out. I fought with them briefly, but they managed to defeat me, and I nearly died.
Do you have something of his?
I don't think Gorm does have anything of his.
That is unfortunate.
No, everything I had was stolen when those bandits back there captured me.
I see. Well, that's unfortunate. It would have been rather easy to find him in that regard, but tell you what we'll do. When we return, give my general as much information as you can about what happened the night your brother disappeared. I'll see to it that he investigates and finds out where he is.
Thank you.
Barry at this point interjects and says, Nolan Sharpshard lives, my lady. I'm not sure what is going on, but depending on what happened so many years ago, it could be something of note. She nods at him, but she gives him not a look of suspicion, but almost like a broken trust between siblings, and she kind of gives him a sad look, and she turns back to you, Harmony. Are you the leader of this group?
I guess it wasn't planned.
No. Neither was my leadership. I don't think it's something you can plan on. Seems like you know what responsibility it is. Tell me, what is it that your party needs? What is it that you truly desire?
Well, I think we need to discuss that. We do have some errands we're supposed to run in Seedale. I know personally I would like to get to Autumn Dream as quickly as possible, but again, we're guarding the caravan, so we think we need to figure out
guarding this caravan is what's holding you back?
Look at Winter. Well, also Winter has ties to the caravan personally.
Young Winter, have I assigned the best unit of my personal guard to escort your family throughout the entire continent of Quittus? Would that satisfy you?
Yeah. I I'd have to talk to my aunt and uncle, but I would feel much more comfortable knowing that there's somebody still watching out for them.
Very well. Harmony, would this solve your problem?
I think so.
Then let it be. If there's anything else, you just let me know. But I think for now, we've made enough agreements. Alright, well, I think it's time I returned back to Glowfall and see to it that my military is back in order. And she stands up. As she does, she gets a little wobbly and almost falls down, but manages to catch herself on a chair. She just shakes her head. Alright, well, that door should be unlocked if you just want to grab it, and I'll step in behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like some water? You've kind of been here for like 3 days, so...
I appreciate it, but I'm sure that they have plenty of food and water. I'll just eat when we rejoin the town.
Okay.
Harmony says as they like leaving. Also, we're pretty sure that your general's in a coma because of some sort of curse. Curiosity tried to get rid of it, but he didn't succeed.
I suspected that myself. The general, well, to be honest, he wouldn't let high fever stop him from me, so the fact that he's so incapacitated indicates something worse. But I am not a stranger to the healing arts. I'll see what I can do. And if not I, there are those within the court who can probably handle this.
Curiosity's like, but I think there's something about the curse that makes it like that healing spells are not effective. Something was preventing me from casting my healing.
Thank you for that insight. We'll keep it under a note. At any rate, I would like to eat, so could we go now?
I apologize for nothing, Kyrath.
Yes, I did need a bath.
I definitely agree. I don't like it at all. I almost always die. Almost die.
Well, that's unfortunate, young one. It seems like you perhaps need better equipment, or be a better at combat.
Oh, that reminds. So, how did you get? Can you cast all magic from all 4 guardians?
No, my talents don't lie there. I was given the means to take care to beat that particular challenge.
So that's supposed to test if you're worthy, right? But
Yes.
That feels more like it's testing whether or not you have resources.
Well, I wasn't told about the trials beforehand. It was left to me to investigate and find the clues. I figured out on my own through investigation that one of the trials required all 4 guardian magics. So before I left, I made sure I had those implements. I did my homework.
Yeah, Harmony's giving you she's giving her like a sideways glance. She's like, I'm not gonna press the issue, but that still doesn't answer my question. But also, she's like was in a coma, kind of like she was passed out and whatever.
And is an emperor.
And it's an empress, so he's just like, yeah, sure, okay. Just keeps walking.
She kind of gives you a knowing smile. Look, I didn't make the rules. I just knew I couldn't fail, so I made sure to complete them. I don't think I probably thanked you. I'm grateful that you came and rescued me. I probably would have died in that room. It's arrogant of me to assume otherwise, so thank you.
Yeah, as long as you can keep your guards from killing us when we get out there, that's all that's required.
No problem. I'll put the fear of the light in them if they question you any further. She kind of sort of half stumbles over to the door. You can tell it's an effort for her to maintain like a kind of poise, but she keeps it, and will exit the room. And then as you guys leave, and it's just beginning to be morning, and Glowfall again, we will end the session here.
What? You're not gonna be like, and Alora's waiting with another army.
And you see over the horizon a dark shadow.
Yeah, that's for next.
She has
session.
more than one, more than one for one this time.
Exactly.
No, you're not buried.
So can I write down that I have like 6 ends of an eye stalk or 6 eyes?
Sure. Also, Kylar, I think it's you who's designated to end us out, like Barry does.
Oh, right. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you have a blessed week. We also hope that Barry feels better so he can actually talk to the Empress and doesn't have to write in chat for things.
Yeah.
That'll be great when he can finally talk again. Also, I apologize to Kyrat for misrepresenting Curiosity, but it was fun. I regret nothing. So tune in next week for more nonsense. Hopefully everyone will be here so I don't have to impersonate people.
Hang on, you apologize, but you regret nothing.
Yes.
And that's where we end.
Good night, everybody.